everybody.
I'm Will.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Sam, and we are
Working Title!
Woo, woo, woo! Got our fanny pack Marvel Edition.
80s edition.
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
That was good.
Yeah, that did. What if we get an episode where we don't even have Wanda and Vision?
I know.
It's everything outside.
I was gonna say how funny it would be if they actually don't go to the 80s in this.
I was gonna say that too.
How bad, like, we were prepared.
Well, I'll wear this outfit next week. Guys, we are back with WandaVision Season 1, Episode 4. We interrupt this program.
To make sure that you guys leave a like if you like this content. Make sure you comment down below. We like chatting it up with you guys.
And most importantly, make sure you subscribe so that you can stay tuned for more WandaVision and Loki when it comes out and Falcon and the Winter Soldier when it comes out, because we're doing all Marvel.
If you have not watched WandaVision, go on Disney Plus and then come back to our YouTube channel and watch our reaction, baby. We're gonna punch it.
Bah! Monica,
I think that was our fastest
is that
intro
Rambeau?
yet.
Monica Rambeau. That's a sick last name.
She came here because we're all. She came here because we're all what?
Yeah.
What is that symbol?
Scored? It's a scored?
No.
I think you should leave.
What if that's Vision in the Beast suit?
Oh boy, guys, we might be getting a lot of answers tonight.
I doubt it. Shows never give us answers we wanted.
Well, come on, I'm being hopeful.
I'm pessimistic.
Especially Attack on Titan.
Especially.
Especially.
Check it out somewhere over here.
Oh, this is sick. Dust?
The snap!
Endgame.
Lieutenant Trouble.
What the
Is it the snap or?
Yeah, it's when everybody came back. So that's how it happened.
Whoa.
Wow. It was just a reverse.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's like 4 years later, though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Holy crap!
They're all coming down. We don't have any capacity.
Oh gosh!
Gosh.
What do you even
What
do?
the-
Yeah. I was about to say, she was next to a bed and there's
Yo,
nobody
what
there.
happens if you walk?
Holy
Like that?
No, like you walk in
Through somebody?
as they're forming.
Yeah. Well, now you are two of the same. She's gonna be like, the Avengers!
I mean, I might have fallen asleep, but no longer than 20 minutes.
It's been 4 years.
She doesn't even
Your
know.
mom? She died, honey.
Oh.
But that's the thing. When they got brought back, they got brought back like 4 or 10 years later, whatever
Yeah.
that was.
I understand what's happening, but you need to listen to me.
Oh.
Maria died 3 years ago.
Is she trying to find Wanda to try to bring the mom
No,
back?
this was 2 years after you.
Yeah. Imagine having to explain to like half the population that everybody.
She just said it.
Yeah, like imagine having to explain to the half the population that you guys just disappeared and vanished and lived their life.
Oh,
Okay.
Sentient Weapon Observation Response Division. Okay. Sword's a lot better. Just like S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Denied.
Over here, please.
Hi. Good morning. I work here.
If you did, your badge would work, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Right.
Come on, let's get you up.
Fire that guy.
Yeah, it would work, wouldn't it?
Oh, hey!
Photon.
Weeks, and you're the first
That's
report.
the best friend from...
Surprise, yeah.
Oh, really?
Wait, so does that mean that's her daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little girl, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Monica
Program
Rambeau.
hasn't been the same since you've been up there, Rambo. Missions and refocus.
You think Captain Marvel might have an appearance in this?
That'd be crazy.
Sentient weapons.
The response on that door. Not creation.
The world's not the same as you left it.
The building pod
Now
racers.
full of unexpected threats.
It always was.
I definitely saw an engine.
You should have been here to help name the replacement.
You were the obvious choice.
I was the only choice.
I wasn't gonna say it.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're grounded.
Sorry, what?
Sorry.
Whose protocol is this?
Your mother's. She implemented guidelines in the event vanished personnel ever return.
I'm good to go.
Dang, that means Captain Marvel's friend passed away. That's
Yeah.
This is updated, Captain.
What year were those movies
They
supposed to
could-
be taking place? Like in the 80s?
Yeah, I guess Captain Marvel wouldn't have even really been there to say goodbye then, because she was
Yeah.
off doing other stuff.
I was saying, remember, it was a couple weeks ago that somebody posted which order you should watch all the Marvel movies, and it was Captain America first, then it was Captain Marvel.
Yeah. It takes place in the 90s, right? I think.
I don't remember.
Westview.
I think so.
Blockbuster era.
Yeah, I was gonna say blockbuster era. That's probably.
And here's that guy, I think is it James Wong?
James E. Wu.
Or Wu.
FBI to you, and this morning it looked like you flew the coop.
Isn't he from Ant-Man?
So I took the first flight out of Oakland to interface with local law enforcement, which is when I encountered a new wrinkle.
What is that?
See, I'm telling you, Wanda is doing all
Pardon me,
this.
Sheriff. Would you mind repeating your claim about Westview to my colleague here?
Oh boy.
No such place.
Saying the town of Westview, New Jersey doesn't exist.
The sign that's right there.
I'm telling you.
And, I'm sorry, what town are you from?
Eastview.
Sick.
Thank you, Sheriff. I'll reach out if we need any further assistance.
That's what they are not allowed to pass
full
by.
phone. Population 3,892.
Why haven't you gone inside to investigate?
Because it doesn't want me to. You can feel it too, can't you? Nobody's supposed to go in.
So she's just like commandeered the town. That makes sense. So they set up tent around it, like a quarantine zone almost.
No one wants to go in.
Oh.
She sent the helicopter.
Well, I'm from Bakersfield originally. Growing up, other kids had Michael Jordan posters on their walls, but I had Elliot Ness.
No, I mean...
Loser.
I got posters of Godzilla and Iron Man.
We don't have a personal connection.
Loser. I am a loser. And proud. Yeah.
Wait, where'd it go?
Well,
Is she also controlling the time period?
Probably she's
Because
controlling
that helicopter was different when it was inside.
Oh, could you imagine?
Look at that. Look at it. Look at it.
What the Dude, what?
It's like a TV screen.
What is it?
Dude, Wanda's really doing this.
Field.
Oh, don't touch it.
Careful, Rambo.
Oh, it sucks you in.
Maybe like your outfits change when you go through.
Yeah. But
Wait, where did
he
the
also
cops go?
mentioned, no, they turned around.
Okay.
He also mentioned amnesia. That they have amnesia.
Well, dang it, she's influencing a whole town, like 3,000 people.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Darcy!
Hey!
No!
Meow meow!
Not this woman. Not again.
Hey. What's your field?
We're not supposed to talk to each other.
Oh.
Dude, this is just like the Thor hammer situation all
Yeah.
over again, actually.
Honestly, I'm glad to see her back.
Yeah.
Him too.
She's a fun character.
She is.
I like how they just are dropping like the not so important movie characters into
It's good. Like it lets us get to enjoy more without taking away from the films.
They were sending drones in. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Damn, looks like we were right. No 80s.
I was gonna say it too.
Yeah, dang it.
Whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Those drones you're sending in,
Radiation.
they're longer wavelengths superimposed over the noise here.
Okay,
What does that say? Physioscope?
I need a TV. An old one.
Oh, she's saying like they're picking up a TV set.
Oh, is she the one who set up like the television stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say earlier. Why isn't Shield involved with this
How
too?
did that work? Wait, because these are the people who are watching it on TV.
Good to go? Yes, sir.
They're trying to figure out what's going on in
Straight
there.
to town. Try to find anything you can on Rambo.
So you have to
What the?
imagine. Oh, he's the B guy.
They're not wearing bee suits. It's radiation.
Dang it!
No, but if
It could be what
Wanda
it transforms
changes it.
into.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, it's just like the helicopter. The helicopter changed to like a toy.
Yeah.
So that confirms it.
We don't know enough about the nature of the threat to send in another agent when the first is yet to return.
Someone must really miss you back at Quantico.
No, sir. Softball season's over, sir.
Yeah, dick.
Radar, LiDAR, SODAR, infrared.
It's like
Sodar.
LiDAR is so cool. I don't know if you ever seen that before.
No.
Talk about it later. Not in the video.
What is Sodar?
No idea.
New type of soda?
Who's doing that?
Maybe Wanda like grew up watching this kind of television or something.
Yeah.
Looks like her.
You move at the speed of sound and I can make a pencil through the air. Who needs to abbreviate?
How would
Well,
she
they
know?
don't spit out crazy few. My equipment registered an extremely high level of CMBR. That's
Relic radiation dating back to the Big Bang.
yeah. Entwined was a broadcast frequency, so I had your
Gems.
goons pick track.
I'm pretty sure the gems were
Big Bang.
the Big Bang itself,
Yeah.
right? Or at least
So you're saying
remnants
the
of it.
universe
products of
created
it, I
a
think.
sitcom.
So like identifying the people.
Yeah,
that
it's
all
just
fit in.
neighborhood
Wow.
people. It's crazy.
Mr. and Mrs. Hart.
It's a hexagonal.
The
What about Agnes? I want to know about Agnes.
Yeah, because she seemed like she's aware.
Yeah, is it Herb?
Herb, yeah.
Of course, they're gonna do those two last or something. And well, I was gonna say Geraldine, but we already know.
Adam.
Hey, it's me.
Cast as Beverly.
Cast.
Yeah, that's Beverly.
There he is.
So, you've seen that radio on Wanda's kitchen counter, right? We'll shoot a signal to that little guy. This transmitter will mimic the frequency of the broadcast.
Wanda, who's doing this to you?
If my theory is right, allow us to speak directly to her. But how did it change and why?
Let's go with the production design. Why'd you colorize it?
I didn't.
Are things from the outside world in color? That's not true.
Well, except for the B-Man and the B-Man too.
Wanda. Who's doing this to you, Wanda?
Talk, please, Wanda. How does a housewife get a flood state out of
Wait,
What?
I don't know.
Why are this?
Nothing.
She's so powerful.
So, mission failure.
Yeah. Transformation process. That's so
Why
crazy.
bees though?
It's just I don't know. It's a
He's wearing
substitute.
a hazmat suit, so the closest thing hazmat suit can be explained by is,
Oh.
you know,
Like, who knows?
Is
Like,
that jump rope?
they just tied it on as an end.
Yeah, it's jump rope.
yeah.
It broke.
I don't think it didn't break. It just transformed jump rope, so it didn't have like the latch on his
Yeah.
back anymore.
So what happens to him when she rewinds? How does this even work?
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
How, like, just the coloration disappears.
They just didn't even show what happened to the guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it's probably not good.
I can't believe Wanda and Vision are having a baby.
Want me?
Heck, I thought about it for sure. A little GI
I
bag.
think she meant the chips.
Yeah, she definitely meant the chips, dude.
Gosh. So, like, what happens to the baby when this reality is gone?
Twins.
It's not
Probably
real.
doesn't exist.
What a twist.
Boy. Or it's just like a little USB drive.
Hey,
I'll take a shift rocking the babies. No, I think you should breathe.
wow, this is different.
Oh.
So they don't show her getting tossed.
Y'all better go look for her.
This is so crazy.
There's nothing here. Someone is censoring the broadcast.
But where's Rambo?
What the heck?
Are we gonna see?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's lucky she didn't die.
Yeah, no, that's definitely super lucky she doesn't die.
Alright, Wanda's...
We haven't seen her use that kind of power before.
What do you mean?
In these episodes. In these episodes, she hasn't done anything like that.
Well, I said I assumed there was like red matter on her when she got tossed out.
Yeah.
I thought we just wouldn't see it though. Wow, man. Man, so like this is all her power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insanely jumped up. Like there's
I
no
don't think-
tricks to it.
I don't think it's a jumped up. I think she's just
Never knew how to do it. This
never.
extent?
I mean, maybe she just never had to use that much of her power.
I mean, this is like next level.
Well, she left, honey. She had to rush home.
Yeah, she got tossed.
Whoa!
Oh, that's so bad.
What is it? What's wrong?
No, change him back. I don't like that. That's so.
Well, he won't
gruesome.
know.
I know, but that's so gruesome.
We could go wherever we
No, we can't. This is our home.
Yeah, she's just trying to like live a life here.
Yeah, as simple as that. She can't let
I
go.
have everything
Dang.
under control.
I have everything under control.
Oh, starting to feel like Magneto's daughter.
Yes. It's kind of a villain.
It's all Wanda.
Wow.
What's about to happen? Copyright.
I don't I didn't actually think when saying that she would be the bad guy. Or like the one that's like orchestrating this all,
Yeah.
like, but she clearly is. So
Yeah.
For here's the question: Is it just because she can't let go and she wants to live that happy vision life
I think so.
with the family, or is it because something else is influencing this?
The whole episode was, this is all her. At least
Yeah.
that's what the big reveal was. The bigger question is, what are we doing for the next 5 episodes?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to take 5 episodes to convince her? Let's start at the beginning of the episode. We got to see what actually physically happened to the people.
And the snap, too.
Like, it was basically a reversal, like, particles coming together.
Yeah.
Which is, like, I didn't really know how exactly it would be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, like, crazy.
So that was when Hulk did it first, right? He brought back...
Hulk did that.
Yeah.
Hulk brought everybody to get... and that's what's insane, too. So, in my mind, I guess I just didn't really think of it. Like, Doctor Strange really just went and got, like, everybody in the course of, like...
Seconds.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
No, they have a whole fight with Thanos, and we don't know how long it actually took.
30 minutes, let's just say that.
Yeah, 30 minutes, but it's still pretty crazy. He got all that assembled, and I guess I just didn't think of it in my mind. I just assumed people would know that what had happened.
I mean, remember, he had seen every possible outcome and, like, knew that was the one that it was going to work.
Yeah.
So he knew that, like, if they actually do this right, then I'll be ready. I have a plan. Like, he probably died or, you know, disappeared knowing what exactly to do. Like, he's like... Or, I mean, he also probably saw his future. Like, I have to go get Black Panther, then I have to go get this person, then, you know, my other friend, and all that.
And I guess you don't really have to convince... Like, the Wakanda people being there makes sense, because it's like they were just ready for battle. And I guess, I mean, 30 minutes is enough to convince people, like, hey, you just died, and in order to stop this from happening again, you need to come with me. Because I'm like, how would the Ravengers come there? They're there for the Guardians, but I'm trying to... Like, they got everybody. Like, tons of armies from different groups. They got the Asgardians.
I mean, it's as simple, too, as, like, you know, he wasn't the only, I don't know, I'm blanking. They're not wizards. What are they called? Doctor Strange.
All the sorcerers.
Yeah, the sorcerers. He got all the sorcerers, too, so he could have just sent, like, you know, his best buddy. Doctor Strange got his friend, and then they got all their other sorcerer buddies, and they could each individually be like, you know, hey, come with me. And they're like, okay, I guess so, you know? But it's crazy, too, because they're all getting dropped in 3 years after the fact, and, like, you know, the world has changed at that point. Like, we're not in the same world.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, I was saying during the reaction, like, Spider-Man kind of went into detail about it because it's the first movie after Endgame. And what was it? Peter Parker was now in a class of new students, like the boy who was trying to get with MJ or somebody. There was, like, a new kid, and he was, like, a younger, like, a middle schooler who was now, like, a handsome high schooler that he had to contend against because, like, everything's changed, which is
because all the people that were younger when they were younger are now older than them or old.
Are these people who disappeared and came back, or they were still alive and time passed?
Still alive and time passed. Like, a middle school kid was now, like, a high school hunk.
It's like if
but when the people were brought back, I got it.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
It'd be like if you disappeared now and then Logan turns 26 and he has kids and he came back and you're like, holy shit, you're more of an adult than I am. You're my little brother.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's such a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Like, how much did that really affect the world? Because we haven't really, we haven't seen really the repercussions other than the Spider-Man movie. Like, how much did things change because of that? Well, that changes everything.
And I mean, even at the beginning of Endgame, you kind of see how, like, the world is kind of still, like, in this, like, falling apart chaos. And, like, the fact that they don't, like, infrastructure... Like, I can't even imagine if it's... I mean, it's a good thing that they brought back all those people. They shouldn't have died. But on the flip side, it's like, you had infrastructure fell apart because all the people were gone and you didn't have the people you needed to do it, and then now you're dropping all those people back in with nothing set in place. Like, it's not like they have a government that can just actively take on 4 billion people.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, like everybody who like is in higher ups also disappeared, so they're also excluded. It's kind of like Monica. Like, she was a high position, now she's just gonna have to be put to the side because they've had to do things for 4 years without really high-end people. Like, what happens when, like, you lose the leaders of countries for, like, the longest time? You have to reestablish that. Yeah. And then it's like, when they all come back, it's like, what do you do? I've been leading for 4 years. Yeah, it's like, just going to take charge?
Yeah, it's like, you're done at this point.
Wasn't that the director kind of hinting at that? That he was the only choice to become the new leader?
Yeah, no, he was saying he was the only choice. And that her mom, who was the director prior, she made a plan that, hey, because people vanished, if they come back, they're, like, grounded. Like, they have to do, like, minimal tasks. Like her daughter who came back.
I don't know if you remember the beginning of Endgame, New York had all the boats all over the place. Yeah, I remember. And Captain America was like, didn't he say, I saw a humpback or something? In the
animals retaking everything. Yeah. Restoration. Yeah.
Just imagine, like, somebody was doing, like, construction on a building, and then the snap happened, they disappeared, that building could have crumbled.
Think of
They come back where they were.
Think of airplane pilots.
Yeah.
Or cars driving.
That's what happened.
You saw Samuel Jackson.
And the helicopter.
Yeah.
And the helicopter flipped and crashed in that building behind him, and the other agent,
honestly,
SHIELD agent.
It's pretty much like, what do you call it? The Rapture. Like, just the idea of, like...
People
like,
just
chaos, out of the idea of like half the population disappearing or something like that.
Yeah.
But
because that would kill half the people.
Yeah. And then the next big thing was we learned the name Monica Rambeau, and it's the daughter
from Captain Marvel.
The little girl from Captain Marvel who got the jacket. We might see her wear that jacket that Captain Marvel gave her.
Her Air Force flight jacket, right?
Yeah. So that's crazy. So the Air Force is Sword came out of, like, an ace pilot. Yeah, so that's
from, like, their secret air, like, the Air Force's, like, secret division. I forget what they were actually a part of.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, is this the first time we've really heard of Sword since these...
Yes, absolutely. I've never heard of it.
Okay, I couldn't
tell.
I
mean, this is the first time it's brought up in MCU, I think.
And we've all seen Captain Marvel, right? Like, and at the end, like, I was still thinking that Samuel Jackson was on a giant spaceship, right? He was, like, on a spaceship at the end of that film. That's why I thought Sword was, like, already in space. Remember, he was, like, chilling... And the whole film, you thought it was Samuel Jackson, but it was really the Skrull, director Krennic. And he was like, I did good. He's like,
it's been a while since I've seen that.
Well, he said, like, I done good, boss. And Samuel Jackson's like, yeah, I'll keep on doing it. And then he's like in, like, what my attire is, tanning in, like, a hollow suite from Star Trek. And then he's like on a whole bloody ship in the middle of space or something like that.
Wait, so are you asking if Sword was around back then?
I'm asking, is Sword... like just a kind of small division, or like are they like Space Force?
I don't think yet. Like I don't think in the Captain Marvel film that was that.
I think I think it was just Air Force.
Okay. That
wasn't like Captain Marvel like the first female pilot or something of a fighter jet.
They were trying to be first female pilots, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Her her nickname was Photon, I think it said. Yeah. In quotes it said Photon.
I'd have to rewatch. I've only seen the movie twice, and so it's been a minute.
And then we get Kat Dennings, that's her actress name. I forget what her real name is, but she comes in and she figures out the whole thing.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah. She's a fun character. But so she figured out that. So, like you said, the remaining residual energy from the Big Bang, so Infinity Stones, and that's how she got her power, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got her power from the Loki staff thing.
I had a question. I wanted to know what you guys thought of this. So, it seems like Wanda, like, she has a red aurora, or whatever you call it, when she activates her ability. So it's kind of insinuating, like, reality, because that's
the reality stone.
But it's just weird. Like, I wonder how that worked, considering she is a product of Loki's staff, which is what? Yeah, the Mind Stone. Yeah, so how does that work? That stone ended up producing
reality bending?
A reality ability, and then blue, which is Pietro, space. Which is technically space, like he's able to move quickly through space, which I just realized, like, it's blue, so yeah.
I mean, maybe,
can you just get one from the others?
Wow. I'm saying I don't think that the others have the inherent ability to give you powers, is what I'm saying. So, like, the Soul Stone doesn't give you a power. The Tesseract doesn't give you a power. Like, maybe the Mind Stone inherently can give you abilities of the other, the other stones can do.
What if it's like, what's that movie that Scarlett Johansson's able to unlock more than 20% of her ability?
Oh, Lucy.
What if it's like everybody? What if it's like everybody has like hidden abilities?
Oh wow, really?
And the Mind Stone, like because it touches
Enhances
you,
it?
it's able to expand that.
Yeah.
And then it just manifests. Mm-hmm. That could be how we get the mutants, dude.
Well,
what? Like, what if it's
Have
like...
you still not played that Avengers video game?
No.
That's kind of what happens. I forget what... if anyone's played that game, they can comment and make it more specific. But Iron Man, Bruce Banner, and someone else are trying to experiment on something. I forget what it is. But it activates bad, explodes, and then, like, the whole city of San Francisco... which where it happens turns into like everybody in the area gets mutant powers.
Yeah, I'm just like,
and that's how mutants is introduced in like that video game world. So I mean, like that could be something.
Yeah.
Well, they have the rights. They have the rights now to 20th Century Fox. They can literally be like, "You were the first two mutants."
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Right.
That'd be so crazy.
And then there's the other mutants, the new mutants.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that.
Deadpool.
They're not coming
New
in.
Mutants is going to be
Deadpool as well.
Well, you don't even need to explain Deadpool. Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. You can easily explain that Deadpool has the ability to walk off his movie set and walk over to the Marvel set, and now he's a part of the world.
Well,
people won't care.
And also, you have Loki, who's like bouncing in different realities.
Yeah,
so he could just grab.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I really love... Like, X-Men and Spider-Man were, like, my favorites. Like, I didn't really know Marvel growing up, so just the idea of that transitioning over really excites me. Even if it's not how it happens, I'm just excited.
I'm curious why we haven't seen anything about S.H.I.E.L.D. and why S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't here as well.
Because S.H.I.E.L.D.'s dead.
That's what I was going to ask. Did it crumble after the movies?
After Winter Soldier.
After Winter Soldier.
They were kind of just
forever.
like... Okay. It was too hard to be reliable because you didn't know who was Hydra, who was S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's kind of, when Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, what's her name? Natasha, released all those files. It was basically like the end of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's no more secrecy. She released everything to the public.
Yeah.
No more secrets. Top 5 classifications revealed.
Yeah.
Any hero that we didn't already know about, it's out there in the world. You just have to go on like the dark web and find it, kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, but yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. fell apart. I mean, like, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s not a thing at this point. Like, you still have some agents that are, like, working with Avengers and people to, like, you know, try and help out. But that's why when you get to, like, Civil War, there's no, like, you know, it's not like S.H.I.E.L.D. and, like, the U.S. government are trying to help or trying to argue with the Avengers. It's literally just the Avengers versus, like, the world governments.
So that's what Red Hulk is a part of? He's just U.S. government?
Well, he was
Thunder something, whatever his name is.
United States Army.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where he falls in line. I don't know why he specifically was in the movie, other than probably just like they wanted somebody who felt government-y to just be the actor. Like, I don't know why he was really there, because like I said, he's U.S. and it doesn't have to necessarily mean he's a part of the higher up government. So
yeah,
I think it was just to bring in a familiar face. To be like, he's still here.
Yeah.
Red Hulk could still be a thing, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so are we sold on the idea that it's just her and there's nothing else that's influencing this?
I am.
No, I won't be until the season's done. Like, they could always flip it on a switch again.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying that. We're 4 episodes in.
It's curious to me because, and you know, we've already had this discussion where, like, not a super big fan of how Marvel is just always tying into the other things. It's not like they make something with the intention of just making it good. Yeah. It doesn't seem that way always. So, sorry for that opinion. But, like, it just makes me wonder if there's going to be more to this that leads into what's going on. Like, a lot of people are talking about, like, and I mean, we brought this up a little bit in the comments about how, like, the devil, Mephisto, is going to be, like, the big bad guy of this phase, or that might be something how it gets tied in. So, like, that's why I'm wondering, I'm like, is there something that, like, maybe she's being influenced to do this a certain way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also, the bad thing is that if she's the one that's doing this, like, she's gonna be a bad guy. Like, there's not gonna be, like... If she's, like, kidnapped a whole town and, like, kills people and all this stuff,
I mean, like... It's a hostage situation.
She literally... She's literally the bad guy. Like,
it's like the greatest hostage situation...
Ever.
Ever, bro. Yeah. That I can think of, at least.
Yeah. And so... Like, because isn't the Doctor Strange movie supposed to be her and him? Like, they're both in it? Like, it's,
I don't know anything about it.
Well, it's,
I know she's going to be in it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so what, is she, like, going to be a bad guy or, like, an underling of whoever the bad guy is in that?
It could just be, like, maybe that's the thing. Maybe she just has to go and be with the sorcerers. Like, her ability without... Because, like, the sorcerers stay off the radar. Like, they stay hidden in the shadows. Maybe, like, her power is so hard to control that it's kind of like you just have to go with people who do that kind of stuff and train with them, or, like, because she's so powerful. Mm-hmm. I'd argue she's more powerful than most of the people there.
No, she's more powerful than anyone. I think she's, honestly, right now, she's more powerful than anybody in the MCU.
Yeah, like,
I don't think you can name a person that's more powerful.
This is a dumb analogy, and I'm probably going to cut this out, but it's kind of like Ari from... Like, not to compare her to, like, a child, like Ari from My Hero, where she has to go to be with the high schoolers and train from, like, the scratch because she's so powerful that it's like, you're going to have to go back to the basics and learn how to... She's like, a god tier.
Yeah. But the thing that's weird about that is she's never had problems with her powers, ever.
But this is like you said, this is like her tipping point. She has nothing.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, I get that, like, maybe, like, keeping her somewhere where she can be controlled, like, even if it's, like, Doctor Strange, like, I mean, this sounds kind of shitty, but, like, throws her in a cage and is like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do anything and we'll just, like, restrain you if you start to do stuff. But, like, you know... it would be weird because it would be weird for like a training type of thing because she's had full control of her power ever since she's had it, really.
And I'd like to give her the benefit of the doubt, but then again, she's currently the bad guy holding all these people against their will.
Oh yeah,
and that's why she, like, I don't want to be mean and say she's the bad guy, but I mean that's she's bending reality. You can't just do that.
Yeah, but
not to the extent she's doing it.
At the same time, we've seen two characters who kind of seem like they're aware of things, though. Agnes and Herb, where they almost spilled like some type of beans that they're aware of something.
Well, that's one. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm cut you off.
Does it? I'm so confused at this point if Vision is alive or not.
No, he's
not alive.
In this reality, but it's like
I would say he's.
She's lying to him though. That's what's so weird though to me too.
Because she wants to make it feel like it's realistic. I guess it's more for the immersion of herself.
I know, but then in that scene right there between those two, it kind of looked like he's conscious of stuff too.
Yeah, because of how she's behaving. Like, that's the thing.
But she was able to manipulate him on a dime. Remember when he was like, "This feels weird."
And Wanda doesn't
delete it. Well, maybe it's like if she feels like in conversation she can control the situation, then she won't have to do a full delete. Like, maybe it's like, let's see how it plays out, and if he's not fully convinced something's going on, I don't have to delete it. And that way I can still keep the immersion personal for me, that I'm just talking to my husband saying, we just have to keep it as it is. Like, it could just be an immersion thing for her.
You know, it could be kind of effed up too, because remember how he snapped back and it was the broken part of his dead body? What if she just took his body and manipulated it?
Yeah, like it's
almost like a necrophiliac.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I mean, that's what
That's so fucked.
That's what it could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the stand-in body model.
Oh my god!
And she's just like manipulating it to like move and talk. And
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly.
Oh my lord!
And honestly, seeing Vision like that wouldn't make me surprised if she went to Wakanda, found it, and just went to some random town and was like, "I'm just gonna do this thing."
So
do it for myself.
You're convinced that this. Are you convinced that this isn't just Wanda? That there's some other third party?
There's nothing that makes me believe that now, but I'm skeptical to think that it's just her off the deep end.
Okay. I agree. I'm just saying we're only in episode 4, so I won't fully put my cards on that for now.
I just think that like she's had a horrible mental breakdown after everything, and she wants to be with her loved one.
Yeah, I just feel like usually that's just because of how Marvel's gone. I just always feel like there's something else in the background that maybe we're just not seeing yet.
Sure.
that is happening or like influencing the situation.
Speaking of, go ahead.
I heard rumors that in the next Doctor Strange movie, the villain is a guy called Nightmare. But you're saying it's Mephisto, the devil?
Adam.
No, I'm not saying that is the guy in that movie. I was saying that people are theorizing that Mephisto, the devil, is going to be the main bad guy
in this phase.
In this phase. I don't know because I know nothing about that, and I don't know anything about like that's a part of Marvel that I just know nothing about.
And I don't know anything about this dude Nightmare, but I feel like this would be like some type of nightmare. This happening.
Well, yeah, the whole idea of Mephisto. Like, I'm not gonna trash on people's idea about that. It's just he seems like an odd choice to bring in through that. Okay, I only know him through Ghost Rider story.
Well, yeah,
he's the devil. He's the devil of this world.
So, yeah,
like he is Satan, and then his son is Blackheart, the main bad guy from the first Ghost Rider. Now that's really all I know about them. And now, like, I also remember he's the bad guy from Marvel Ultimate Alliance when you have the whole Hell world.
Yeah.
And
dude, that game when you have to choose who to die and who's
dude,
that game is crazy.
Who is it?
It was Jean Grey and. It was Jean Grey and Cyclops, I'm pretty sure, because if you choose, if they both like become whoever you pick, it becomes like a raging bad guy.
Again. They need to remaster that. So
those games are so good. Yeah.
What game?
Marvel Alliance.
Oh,
okay.
Those are great. Sorry.
Cool cinematics. No, it relates to the conversation, but like for Mephisto, I don't know how they would. It's just a weird choice to swing with without it being like Ghost Rider feels more of like the spiritual realm. So it feels more appropriate to bring him in through that way. So if he's brought in through this, I mean, props to the show for taking that really odd choice. But I mean, stranger things have happened. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like people before WandaVision came out, everybody was saying that it might be like Galactus. Yeah. That was like the big theory that Galactus.
Really?
Well, yeah, because Fantastic Four. There's a lot of Fantastic Four Easter eggs in Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, there's something that says.
Well, I thought the Fantastic Four was going to buy Stark Towers.
Well,
Avengers Towers.
I think that's like already confirmed, like in the Spider-Man movie, that's happening.
Yeah, it was either that or Oscorp might buy it.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
My gosh! All these universes are coming together.
Well, it's so exciting. Like
that's the
all the things I really wanted.
That's the thing with Marvel is that there's so much like
to choose from.
World and like world lore, comic book iterations, like things to pick from. That it really doesn't matter. Like we could sit here and like bullshit and think who is going to be the next bad guy or what is going on, and they could have combined 7 different comic stories into one. I mean, like you know, I'm just curious what they'll lead with.
Next.
Speaking of predictions, we did get right. I'm pretty sure we got the helicopter right. The B-Man.
Yeah.
Pretty early on before the episode revealed it.
What happened to him? We didn't see what happened to him.
He's probably dead. Honestly, he's probably dead.
So, like, what? She rewinded it, though. She didn't just, like, delete it.
Yeah, but he never came out again.
Yeah.
So.
And that's weird, too. Like, there's been 3 instances, or maybe 4 instances, where things have gone wrong, and it just felt like a delete. The only difference was that one felt like a rewind. So how does that work? Is the rewind different because they didn't show what happened to him, and his was the only instance out of the other 4 where it was a reverse and not a delete?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene with Dottie? From what we just saw there, it kind of the TV just cut to something else. It cut to Dottie saying
that was
like
a delete.
But when we watched it, we just saw the radio blow up, and then her hand, she crushed the glass, and she started bleeding.
That part got
Wanda changed it.
No, that part got deleted out of it, and it just went to the next part where it was like she was going for the joke about her bloody hand.
Yeah.
Well, also remember
the TV didn't show that. Sorry.
Yeah, when we're watching it, when we're watching the show, it's like we're seeing it through Wanda's eyes, and when they were all just watching it, it's what they're seeing. But remember, they said that it's weird because someone is censoring the stuff, which I assume just means Wanda. That's just Wanda doing her cuts.
She's editing it.
Yeah, she's doing her YouTube video edits on it, and
Wait, hold on. I'm breaking the 4th wall. I'm going to edit. Like, that, right there?
Meme.
It won't make sense until this comes out.
No, it won't. I know exactly what you mean. But also, sorry, not to change topics again, what do we think is up with the color Like, it's not, nothing's in black and white now, but the blood was actually in color, and then so is the helicopter.
The helicopter.
Maybe that was all, like, she didn't know the helicopter was there, so she wasn't controlling that part of reality, because she didn't know that it was going to, like, maybe she decided this room is going to be black and white.
Right.
And that's just going to stay that way. It's like a command that's just there, and she doesn't have to do it again.
But the
helicopter falls in. Yeah, thing. It was a different helicopter.
The blood that you're talking about, maybe she didn't
she wasn't.
She didn't predict that was going to happen.
So when it came
that was
out,
something
it was
so absurd.
But what about the B dude? The B dude was in black and white.
He was.
But I thought.
But the jump rope was in color.
I thought his body changed once he that's why I said the color. I thought he changed as he came up and came into view.
No, when he came into the thing. When he's crawling through the pipes and it goes through the force field or whatever, the suit changes. But she wouldn't have known that, so why would she be able to change the color not the inanimate object?
Maybe that was maybe that was the command. Like anything that comes in here gets like a transformation process.
But that's what I'm saying is that I mean, this could be something that's really meaningless, but the only reason I bring it up is because they brought it up in the show. But the helicopter didn't change color. The blood makes sense because she wasn't she didn't expect it, but the helicopter didn't change color. The jump rope, like Adam just said, that changed color.
Yeah.
And when they pulled it out, it was still a jump rope. It wasn't. It wasn't the cord.
Maybe it's like a bleeding effect. Maybe it's a bleeding effect where it's like it's only half controlled. It's like too hard for her to I don't know.
She can't be aware of everything that's happening.
She might be able to, honestly.
Yeah. Also, another thing, that dude went in the sewers. He went in with a radiation suit. Came out as a bee suit, so he's protected from the radiation. Geraldine went in without that, and she seems okay.
Well, I think that that's just their precaution of we don't know if she's okay. She was sitting on the ground whoa. I mean, who knows? She might come out and not remember anything too.
So here's what I think is going to happen. Here's my theory, and it could be a terrible theory. Whatever. I think all the things we're talking about, where it's we're confused about, the B-man, the jump rope, the plane, and the bleeding. I think the whole bleeding effect of those things being mistakes are going to be important later on. It'll be the thing that help us, get her out of this. It'll be, they'll have all these evidence pieces of moments where they're things went wrong and they were able to change against her reality. Mm-hmm. And they'll try to find a way to use that as a combatant against her own reality. Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know if that's even going to be a thing after these episodes, but that's my prediction.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be kind of pissed if the most powerful MCU character gets thwarted by
a man in a bee suit.
A man in a bee suit and a dumb FBI agent and a D-list Thor character.
It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a thwart, but just a way to figure out how to figure out a way to help her get out of it. I don't know if it's necessarily a thwart. They're not overpowering her. They're just. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of things.
Our outfits were worthless.
Yep. So much for 80s edition. Watch the next episode be 80s.
Yeah, I'm not going back to the outfit.
So we were kind of right that we got an episode that wasn't focused on Wanda really.
Yeah,
it was the outside world.
Nice. It was nice.
A nice twist.
I think people will like this episode a lot.
Oh yeah. That was so cool at the beginning with the whole snap.
Well, it just helps put a lot of... It helps for the casual viewer to put things into perspective so that you don't lose audience. And if anything, I think this will be the thing that helps people stay with it a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because I'm far more interested than I was, honestly, in the past 3. Even though there was things to hold on to, I think this is the one that helped me the most going forward. Guys, thank you for coming out to this part in WandaVision. If you made it this far, make sure you leave a like so that we know that you really do support us. Hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned for more Marvel shows after this one is done. Hit the notification bell so you can get to see these every week as they drop. And for the time being, we're going to leave you. And we'll see you next week. Punch it!
Bah!